With 2026 approaching, I decided to take my Plaid Builder set out of Etsy so that I could update it for the new year. Thing is, it took a little longer than I expected because I couldn't stop making brushes. But the reason I wanted to update it was that I wanted it to look even more like the bulk of the set were plaids that were part of textiles, like a weave, so that you might see something like clothing, like plaid for clothing, and where you would see sort of the strands go through the weave and that they would overlap where they intersected. And I also added a new fresh palette that's included in the update. And if you've purchased this set before, all you have to do is go to your Etsy download, and in the PDF that comes in that download is a link to the download page where you can get the update. The way it worked was actually kind of cool in the past, but I figured out a different way that I like to use it a little bit better. So we're going to dive right in. So I have here a 10 by 10 square at 300 dpi. In the old brush set, I would use, we would lay down a color on our first layer, and then we'd use the next layer and the next layer to be either the horizontal or the vertical brushes. I've started doing this a little bit differently, and I wanted to demonstrate how I prefer to do this now. So we're going to go ahead and lay down a horizontal and a vertical weave. So let's do our horizontal first, because we're going to do this first because it's like in layer order, and that way I don't forget, because I can be forgetful. So let's go ahead, and we've got this dark color from our new palette here. Like I said, there's the new palette, but we've got our 3 older ones that are still part of the download. We're going to use this darker color here, and then I'm going to select that horizontal weave, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down. I'm not going to pick my brush up because I want it to be just all the same here. So that looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to create a layer above that, and I'm going to do the vertical weave. And we're almost there. We've almost got our total textile look here. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back to that background color and make it a black or kind of a darker color, so that it looks sort of like there's shadow in there in our weave. Okay, so that's the first step. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start making our stripes. So we're going to come back down to layer 1, and this is again our horizontal one. So we're going to go ahead and create a new layer above that and select clipping. We're going to tap it twice to get the layer menu and select clipping mask. And now let's just choose a nice little color, like, I don't know, well, actually maybe this pink right here that's next to the dark one. Okay, and then we're going to use our stripey texture brush here. And I'm just going to choose somewhere in the middle, and let's see what size we want. Something like 39% looks like. I'm going to go and I'm going to hold it. Then I'm going to tap to make sure that it just is going to be nice and horizontal like that. Okay, perfect. So that's sticking with the colors here, and it's interwoven as a stripe through the whole entire weave, and it looks great. So now all I have to do is create a duplicate of this, and I'm going to move it above layer 2. Let's see, because it's a solid stripe. I move it above layer 2 here. Oops. Well, I'm going to try. There we go. Sometimes this doesn't show up the way you want it to. Okay, I'm going to select clipping mask for that, and then I'm going to flip it over. We're going to go over to our move and transform tool and flip it, so rotate it 45 twice. Okay, and then I'm going to center it. So down here, I've got snapping selected, and so that way I want to make sure that my horizontal and my verticals are all centered, and this is. And now I'm going to go do the same thing. I want to make sure that this is in the right position here, my horizontal. Okay, and it looks like we've definitely got it there. Oops. Okay, there we go. Now it's all nice and centered. Okay, and this would be a very basic but perfect tile now for sending off to a print on demand service. Now it's very basic because this is just a demonstration to show you how this looks, but you can see like where they overlap, there's this overlap, but there's also some shadow underneath, and there's some nice texture inside of the field of the woven fabric itself. Okay, so that's kind of how that all works. But now let's take a look at one of the, like argyle. Let's just go look at argyle. So we have these different stripes, and all of these textures have opposing stripes so that you can mix and match them. All right, and then let's choose this pink one and choose the opposing stripe. And now you have an argyle and these 2 different colors, right? But we still want to have that underneath color. So what would that be? I think I want to go something kind of dark, actually. So I'm going to put a layer underneath all of this. And let's see, what color do I want? I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, purple, just to see what that's like. And then I'm gonna go full weave underneath it all. Ooh, I like it. Oops, but I picked up my brush, so I want to make sure that I leave my brush without picking it up. There we go. All right, that looks really cool. So you can see where there's overlap, it looks like it's a weave, and then where these cross over, you can see where they're woven through, which is kind of cool. Okay, that's kind of neat. So let's go ahead and add a new layer. And I'm thinking, select black there, and I don't know, just let's take a look at like this stripe right here. And this is in black, and so you can see it kind of goes over the red and the blue colors, so it's on the edges. And then if we choose the one above it, let's go ahead and use a white color here, and you can see it's in the middle there. And that's a bit much, so probably wouldn't use that color together. Let's do something a little bit lighter, easier on the eyes, like a gray or something like that. And for our argyle look, oh yeah, that's much better. So something like that. And then we have our plaid extras, and this is fun. I want to show you this as well. So we have the painted ones here. This is just sort of your basics, not really the textile. These are just the painted. And so let's go ahead and go with, I don't know, this pumpkin color for step number 1 here. And then, I don't know, like a green maybe, like this green here for step number 2. And you can see how, whoops, I picked up my brush there. You can see how this works. It just lays over the top and does a nice little multiplication or multiplying of the colors. And then let's choose painted color number 3. And I don't know, I think I like maybe that color, sort of a charcoaly grayish color. Oh, ooh, I really like that. Yeah, that looks really cool. So that's one way. And then if you wanted to add some sort of other color where the checks are, then you can, like, I'm trying to think, maybe this sort of off-white instead of white. You can choose this painted step 4 here, and just like that. And so it gives you what you want without like multiplying. It's kind of cool, actually. Thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks so much for supporting my shop. And I hope to have some more pattern videos coming up very soon. But meanwhile, I hope your day and the rest of your year is awesome. And Happy New Year too.